This is a product that we've tested a lot. It's actually gotten a
It's like a scrub.
Yeah, it's gotten FDA clearance.
Imagine wearing a face mask or scrubs that inactivates the COVID-19 virus. That's the type of technology that Resinnova Labs in Silver Spring is partnering with to test products that kill viruses and germs found on solid surfaces.
You know, textiles incorporating antimicrobials have a real potential to break that chain of transmission, to interrupt from one person who is maybe not even sick, maybe just carrying that particular pathogen and transmitting it to others unwittingly. When we talk about masks, we work with mask manufacturers that have antivirals that, inactivate all virus within 2 hours. And that may not sound like much, but it starts working immediately. And as you're breathing in and out, if you're an infected person, you at least have that mask to capture the virus and start to work to inactivate it before it can move on to someone else.
Matt Hardwick started Resinnova Labs in 2014. He'll tell you getting started wasn't easy, but after listening to feedback and growing his network, he found the right formula for success.
It got us to a point where when the pandemic hit in early 2020, there was a ton of demand, and my network was large enough and our portfolio large enough that we were attractive to companies that were able to transition, especially antimicrobial or textile companies that were able to transition into antiviral textiles. And we became a go-to for a lot of those companies.
In the Resinnova lab, scientists are constantly testing bacteria that can be spread easily and how the products being sold work against those germs.
You want to take me in?
Sure.
We got the lab.
Actually,
The lab was buzzing with activity when Councilmember Will Jawando stopped by to learn more about this cutting-edge technology.
we hired a couple of PhDs and jump-started a virus program, and now we're going at it full bore. And
Great.
we test against a lot of different viruses, including two coronaviruses. So we work with those technologies that are geared towards reducing the amount of contamination, bacterial, fungal, viral contamination on those different surfaces. And that can be ingrained into the surface itself. It can be a liquid disinfectant that's applied to the surface. It can be an aerosolized disinfectant that's applied, or it can be something more physical like ultraviolet light.
Resinnova tests those ultraviolet light devices that can decontaminate entire rooms. They use live samples of a virus similar to COVID, and the ultraviolet light eliminates 99.9% of the virus. Resinnova has doubled its staff in the past year and a half, and to accommodate that growth, the company will move its headquarters to Twin Brook before the end of this year.
So like N95 mask testing and things like that we do here.
Hardwick says he has loved being in Silver Spring. The community will be hard to leave. But as an emerging biotech company, he says Twin Brook will be a prime location to serve their needs.
There will only be biotech in the building we're moving into, Twin Labs. And we've got U.S. Pharmacopoeia right across the street. We've got USAID just down the road, FDA just down the road. And then, of course, we're just, hopping on the 270 spur to go up to, the 270 biotech corridor, which is the biggest in the country, or one of the biggest in the country. And so it's just a lot of resources right there.
And you'll have what you need in Rockford and Twin Brook. Yeah, there's a lot of, that area is really growing, light industrial and wet labs and other things. So really happy you're staying.
To learn more about Resinnova Labs and the work they are doing to create a safe environment around us, visit their website. For Made in Montgomery, I'm Susan Kennedy.